Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all wait until you see what we're able to do with these. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for the wonderful way in which you support me. Y'all, today we're going to take this 3-pack of Junior Legal Pads and we're going to turn it into something awesome, something sellable, something giftable, something keepable. So I'll give you a closer look at what we're going to be making in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here's that 3-pack of Junior Legal Pads that we're going to be using. Now, I got these from the Dollar Tree, but I've also purchased them from Walmart and Target. So for those of you who aren't in the U.S., you probably do have stores in your area that sell something very similar to this. You might have to tweak the size, but the process is workable for various sizes. So we have 3 packs in here. So I removed the plastic so that you can see we have 1 glue connector at the top, but we have 3 pads, each with their own separate chipboard backing. And because they are made like this, we're going to take this, and y'all, we are going to turn it into these. That's why I said it's giftable, sellable, keepable. Because once you've made the entire set, you're going to have 6 of these. So you can keep 2 for yourself, or you can sell these as sets of 2, sets of 3, or a complete set of 6, or you can gift it that way as well. Super, super easy to do this, and I'm going to show you what I think is a very easy way to do it. So here's a closer look at these. I have not decorated the outside because I can't decide if I really want to, because I like the look of the paper as is. But when finished, you're going to have a pad on the inside that measures 2.5 by 8. I added a little pocket. I am going to go back and add a saying of some type, just haven't decided what yet. But when you're completely finished, your outside is going to measure 2 3/4 by 8 1/4 by 1/2 inch. And what I chose to do was use some more of that double-sided paper so that I had a very cohesive looking set. Here is what you're going to need to make it. To make my project, I will be using 1 of the 3 packs of Junior Legal Pads. Then I have 2 pieces of medium weight chipboard that measure 2 3/4 by 8 1/4. It is not necessary for you to have chipboard for this project. You can use cereal boxes, or even if you don't want to make yours with chipboard, you don't have to. But I like to make these with chipboard because I think it just adds to the cuteness. So I have 2 pieces that measure 2 3/4 by 8 1/4. I have my inside liner that measures 6 by 8. And I have a piece of that decorative double-sided paper that measures 10 by 8. Now when I'm cutting mine, I am cutting them on the industrial size cutter that I have. But if you don't have that, I'm going to show you an easy way to cut these. Now, to lessen the strain on your hands, don't try cutting the whole pack all at once. Go ahead and just take them apart. And make sure that you take them apart so that each one has its own chipboard backer. So I'm using one of my 2.5 inch chipboard templates. I keep these because I use these when I'm cutting on the industrial cutter to make sure that I have a straight edge. But this time I'm going to use it on this just to make it easy. If you have a ruler, if you want to use your ruler, just measure over, make a mark at 2.5, measure over, make a mark at 2.5, measure over, make a mark at 2.5. Then take your ruler and place it on those 3 marks and you'll have your straight edge. But whatever you're using to cut, it is very important that you have a fresh blade in it because that's going to give you nice straight lines as well as a quicker cut. So all I'm going to do is I'm cutting through. And I'm pressing down on the chipboard as I cut. So I think I made 5 passes to get my cut, and there are my 2 skinnies. And you can see that they are nice and even. So now I have two 2.5 by 8 pads to make my skinny notepads. And so you would just repeat that process on the remaining 2 pads in your set. And like I said, it's easier on the hands if you separate these instead of trying to cut through the thickness of all of these together. So now that we have our 2.5-inch notepad, I'm going to go ahead and just peel away the tape backers, and we're going to place down the chipboard. So I am going to take one of my chipboard pieces that measure 2 3/4 by 8 1/4, place it down. And when I was giving the list of supplies, I forgot to mention that we're going to need a chipboard spine that measures 1/2 inch by 8 1/4. So we're going to place that down, giving ourselves about 1/8 inch in spacing. Go ahead and peel away that tape backer from my second 2 3/4 by 8 1/4 inch piece. We're going to lay that down with about 1/8 inch in spacing. I'm just going to trim just a little bit of this away because we don't need all of that. So now I'm going to flip this over and just use my big old spatula to make sure that I have a good stick. And then I'll take this and I'm just going to stand it. This is going to help that paper know that we need it to fold over. So now I'm going to bring in my finger blade and we're going to miter our ends like that. And guys, everything that we do in paper crafting takes a little bit of practice. So if your miters aren't perfect the first time that you do them, just keep practicing and you will get better. But if you're making a project and you find that you have mitered short, go ahead and take a piece, one of those triangles, and just place it down so that when you fold over, it will cover the chipboard, and place it down with either glue or tape. So now I'm going to take my tape runner, which is suitable for this part of the project, and I am going to place tape on all 4 edges. And we're just going to stand it up, fold it over, and then again I'll use my big old spatula to go back and make sure that everything is nice and stuck. And so now we need to bring in our tape. I'm going to place down my tape, basically to cover the chipboard. This is a process that you guys see me do a lot. So I'm really trying to cover the chipboard. Then I'm going to take just a thin piece of tape and just sort of put it in there where I might have those gaps. Then we're going to take our liner, and I am going to place my tape on all 4 edges of my liner piece. You can use a wider tape if you want. So then I'm going to peel away the tape backer from the liner as well as the chipboard jacket. So we'll peel away all of our tape backers. And now I'm going to turn it this way so that I can place down my liner piece. I don't really need to stand because my liner piece is not that large, and I think I can get good placement. If I was using a larger piece, I would definitely stand to make sure I was eyeballing this correctly. So I'm going to use my big old spatula to go over, get everything nice and stuck. Then I am going to work my spines to get the appropriate spine definition. Do the same thing on this side. And it looks like that. And then when I close it like this, what I'm looking for is I want to make sure that I don't have any of my paper puckering on the inside. And the paper would be the liner paper. So if I didn't have it down good enough, then it would start to pucker and I would need to go in and work it a little bit more simply by doing this and just going back and forth until I had it nice and flat the way it is. So I'm just going to take this, and I like to work it back and forth just a little bit, very gently, because you don't want to split your paper at the spine, but I'm just helping this to want to do this. So now I can take my little skinny and place it on the inside. So for me, this is a one and done, but if you want an idea on how to make it refillable, please check my description box. You will see a video in the description that shows how to make a notepad refillable. But I am going to make this a nice little one and done. And the reason why I like to make projects like this one and done is because with heavy usage, the beautiful project that you see right now will start to show wear and tear over time. So I would rather make a bunch of these and give maybe a pack of 12 to someone so that they can have a fresh one every time they want it, instead of having them refilling a pad that is starting to look pretty crummy. But it is totally up to you whether you want to make yours refillable or not. Just check the description box for the link to that video. So to place mine, I'm going to place it with some tape. So I'll put some tape right here at the top. I'll add some tape in the middle. And I'll put some tape right there. Got that nice and stuck. You can use glue to put this down if you want. My tape just happened to be handy. So I am peeling away the tape backer. So when I take this and put it down, I'm going to put it down so that this is even with the top of this. And then I'll bring it in as close to the spine as I can without going to the spine. So y'all, that's how easy it is to get bang for your buck, by taking this and turning it into this. Now I am going to add a very quick pocket, is I am just going to cut me a nice little triangle. And now I can take that triangle and put it right there. So this time I will bring in my glue. I'm going to add some glue here and here. Put that down like that. And now we have a sweet little pocket for the inside of our book. So I am just going to bring all of these back in so that you can see how well coordinated it is. And it's well coordinated like this because I used a double-sided paper that is designed to work together. But if you don't have double-sided paper, go ahead and pick out two contrasting papers like a stripe or floral, polka dot floral, polka dot stripe, plaid floral. Any one of those is going to work. Just stay within the same color family, and I promise you, you can't go wrong with your paper choices and your pattern choices when you're making a project like this. Doesn't this present well? If you saw this on a craft fair table with some other items that are also in the same color family, wouldn't that draw your eye in? That's what it's all about. Catching the eye of the buyer, getting them to come to your table, and then hooking them with your quality paper crafting. And if you're not doing a craft fair, this makes a great gift for any season, any reason, any gender. Just swap those papers, turn it into what you need it to be. And if you don't want to give them away, it's okay to keep what you make. It's okay to use what you make. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed today's awesome way to take this and turn it into this. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.